stellar love bubbles from Tell the Truth Productions. In this documentary, I will interview 5 people who actually knew firsthand Roy Gene Chapman growing up. This is his story, the life of Roy G. Chapman. Believe it, because it is true. I heard that you were one of the nurses on duty at the hospital when Roy Chapman was born. Can you share about what happened that day?
I sure can. I'm Nurse Thelma Johnson. And I was right there when it all happened. You see, Roy Gene was born in the Good Shepherd Hospital in Longview, Texas. I knew right off he was going to be a preacher man. I turned and looked at his doctor and said, that boy's going to be a preacher. Well, I wasn't the only nurse in the delivery room that day. Nurse Ladders was standing right next to me. You know, I don't like to gossip, but Nurse Ladders liked to wear that red lipstick, makeup, those tight nursing uniforms, and earrings. And when she gave that boy that complimentary just been born spanking, he opened up his eyes and looked straight at her and started crying. And he was crying his head off. I think he called Nurse Ladders a Jezebel. You know how preachers was back then in churches when women came in wearing lipstick and earrings and makeup and wearing those tight dresses? Well, that's what really happened. Believe it, because that is the truth.
I'm here with a woman who can confirm that Roy G. Chapman was a prankster. Can you give me your name and details about what happened?
My name is Betsy Bullfrog. Yes, that is my real name. You see, I was on my way to a quilting bee. And no sooner than I took 2 steps from the bus, I was assaulted with water. I mean, I was totally doused. Now, it came from a tree that had big old branches that stretched completely over the sidewalk. Somebody poured water all over me. And they got water on my best quilting pieces. Yes, they did. Now, I'll tell you something else. The water got into my best stockings, and it got into my Sunday shoes. That's right, my Sunday shoes. Now, I shouted out to whoever was up in that tree, "I bet your mother doesn't know you're up there." Yes, I did. Now, I decided I would not be outdone. I went between the houses where that tree was standing, and I marched right on up to that door, and I gave it some sturdy knocks. Yes, I did. And when the lady who was in the house came to the door, I said, "Somebody," and I believe from this here house, poured water all over me. And you know what she said? Oh, you know, I think she was the mother. Poor thing. She said, "Well, surely not." That had to have been the mother. Well, I looked her straight in the eye, and I said, "I'm all wet. Can't you see that? I did not leave my house looking this here way." Well, she said she could assure me that it would not happen again. Well, I'll tell you this here much. Hold this here for me, please. I'll tell you this here much. I surely would love to have can the hide of whoever was hiding up in that there tree. And that there is the truth, and you can believe that.
I'm here at the very school where Roy G. Chapman attended grade school to interview one of his teachers. She was Roy G. Chapman's second grade teacher. Can you shed some light on him? What type of student was he?
Well, now, what can I say about Roy G. Chapman? Well, he was just so difficult to work with. He was always passing notes in class and pulling the pigtails of the little girls, and he was always in fights. Sometimes he'd start them, sometimes not. But for someone so young, he was always fighting. Oh, now, and he loved to pull pranks. Oh, my. There is the story of the fire drill. We were having a practice fire drill, and everything was done very orderly, and the students did an excellent job. And when the fire drill was over, all the students returned to their classroom. Well, I noticed immediately that Roy Jean was not at his desk, so I thought perhaps he'd made a little stop at the little boy's room. So I sent a student after him to check for me, and I was told that he was not there. Well, I was so concerned, I immediately went to the principal's office and reported him missing. Well, the principal called his mother, and I will tell you, he was at home. Roy Jean was skipping school. Well, when he returned to the classroom the next day, and I must admit, I do not like to spank my students, but that Roy Jean made me want to spank his little hide. And that's the truth, believe it or not.
My final interview is with a singing group doing tent revivals. I'm going to have them introduce themselves and tell me what they remember about Roy Jean Chapman and the Chapman family.
My name is Cleophas Wilbur Johnson, but my friends call me Lightbulb.
I'm Sister Sing Song, and our group is called the world famous traveling heavenly Oysters gospel duo.
Oh, the world
famous traveling heavenly Oysters gospel duo.
And we've traveled all over the land in the 40s and 50s, and I don't remember anybody named Roy Jean.
Well, I don't remember all the Chapman family, but I do remember Roy Jean. I remember Roy Jean. He and his brother James. Yes, and they were always sweet on all the girls, and especially that little Roy Jean.
Wait a minute. I remember Roy Jean. That little young fellow was crazy about my guitar and playing the guitar. You know, I think that was the Christmas that his father ordered both of them a guitar out of that Spiegel catalog.
Yes, their mother told me that they had to hide those guitars from those boys so that they wouldn't find them before Christmas.
Well, those boys did find those guitars. And I remember they opened them up.
Oh, well, yes. And the parents really were impressed because when the boys played for them on Christmas, they played so well. Those little Chapman boys had ample practice time.
Yeah, they found those guitars, and when they parents went to the grocery shopping on Saturday, they was playing every Saturday on those things.
Yes, James especially did just that. So his daddy really got him a real professional live guitar, just like you, light bulb. Yeah.
That boy knows how to pick that thing. He wanted them to, I wanted them to audition for our group.
Yeah, you did. But he turned us down. Flatter than a pancake. Yes, he did. Flatter than, and it is the truth. Yeah. Truth.
Roy Chapman had a humble beginning, but through spanking and even more prayer, he turned out to be a fine young preacher man. Believe it, because that is the truth. This is Miss Love Bubbles signing off.